Last fall, predicted a call of change. Walls, scenarios the same and remain with flaws. Still grind 24, I hit the four corners well. Pursuing the movement out of state was ill. Appreciate the thrill of handling the beat. Yo, mon nom est KHAZM et je suis sur Mixtape Addict.
Yeah, Kingflow, Mixtape Addict reported in English this time. I'm with the international artist KHAZM. How you doing, my man?
Good, brother.
First element is DJing, mixing and scratching be the name of the game. Unifying people under the groove, making a move. Sound system banging in the party, people keeping it true. Motivate the crowds and hype the DJ with calling responses like hip hop array.
I came up days feeling so damn different. Physically impaired, I always just stand at. Mentally asleep, but I always glare back. Essentially unable to scrap, I felt trapped. Suppressing the anger, I was ready to blow. A lifetime experience, but 5 years old. I was doing my own thing in my own zone. Drop sizzle in the 2-0 sizzle. Stay true to the game, maximize potential. So much talent in the city of rain. Obsidian stain is an emerald thing. Piece to pieces, pewter storm on the swarm. Breaking grounds and other clowns I ignore.
Let me ask you the first question, man, the Mixtape Addict question. Like I told you, who's your all-time favorite DJ, man?
Oh man, it's difficult. You know, there's subcategories and things like that.
You can give me like a top three if you want.
I don't know. I'm from Seattle, Washington, so I like a lot of homegrown stuff. You know, Supreme La Rock.
It's the one and only Supreme La Rock.
Hey yo, to my people on the left.
DJ Topspin. Of course, my favorite DJ / producer is Premier.
For sure, you know. Jazzy Jeff, you know, list goes on and on, but those are some of my favorites. Yeah, those two right here, Premier and Jazzy Jeff, man, they changed the game. You know, people are still talking about them. They're OGs in the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we gotta talk about mixtapes too, you know, because you're doing compilations yourself. You know, you gave me a copy, so you're kind of doing mixtapes too, man. Do you have a favorite mixtape in mind, or something that really shocked you when you heard it?
There's a compilation called Walkman Rotation from the Northwest that I really loved. I just love music, you know, whether it be hip hop, funk, soul, whatever. Just mix it all together and something to keep you, you know, going through your day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's different types of music, you know, through the day. Because, you know, me and you, we both listen to hip hop all the time. And sometimes we need to keep our, you know, our minds off hip hop and listen to different style, you know, get the inspiration and everything. And you, for your music, where do you get the inspiration?
I mean, just life, you know, what I'm going through and how I'm feeling at the moment. Sometimes I like to just put some instrumentals on, you know, or just vibe out, depending on, you know, the mood. Yeah, just depends. I like all kinds of stuff. So usually when I produce, it's just whatever I'm feeling at the moment. You know, or if I'm writing, just kind of what I'm going through or what experiences. I like the collaborative energy too. So working with other artists and coming up with some, you know, interesting concepts that are different from.
And you're lucky because you're from a city, Seattle, you know, not from California. You know, you gotta let the people know, you know, in France about that. You know, it's a huge city with a, you know, big hip hop scene, underground hip hop scene with so many talents. Like Black Stacks put me on, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, Black Stacks definitely.
Got 99 things to bring out. She got 99 things to sing out. We got 99 facts that bring down. 99, 99, 99, 99.
And what do you think about the hip hop scene out there? How do you feel about it?
It's beautiful, man. It's you know, it's still West Coast flavor, but it's a little bit more isolated, you know, from like, you know, California. So it's real incubated, like it's real kind of you know, kind of cloudy and rainy and stuff. So like I think a lot of just talent permeates, you know, just people that just kind of develop themselves in a whole different way. But I mean, it's been thriving for generations, you know, since the early 80s and even before that. But you know, and that goes with all the elements too, you know, the b-boying and of course DJing and producing, but you know, everything, you know, the graffitis off the hook, and yes, it's a real special place. It's not really quite motivated by like these perceptions of an industry.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody got their lane, and they keep working on it.
right.
That's what I like about it, the Northern California style, because they're different from the other genres on the West Coast, Because when you tell people about West Coast hip hop, they're gonna think about Snoop, Dre, Exhibit, stuff like that. They cannot forget about all the guys like the Hieroglyphics, for example, Razzcast, Half Fura, those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Freestyle Fellowship. Yeah.
Why don't you grab a can, listen up? I'm about to fill your fucking cup to the rim. Duh, or you'll get struck with a blunt object. Or feels like you got hit by a Mack truck, huh? Pump.
A lot of different styles. That's I think a lot of the Freestyle Fellowship is like the pinnacle. As far as like a lot of different nuances and chops. That are a lot different from other regions and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of innovation from the West Coast for sure.
Yeah. And you and your music, like if you had 3 words to define your music and tell the people, what could you say?
For me, I would say introspective, dusty, and true school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that. True school.
I like to get kind of cerebral with it and really kind of delve into the psyche a little bit.
Yeah. And that's crazy because you do both at the same time. You rap, write your shit, but you also make your beats. So tell people how you get yourself into also producing beats, because that's a hard work to be an MC, but you're doing both, man. That's what's up.
Right. I mean, I think they're all kind of connected. I was doing poetry, and then it kind of evolved into rhyming. But even before that, I was into graffiti art and illustration and comic books, and so that was my first passion. But then I got into poetry, and from there I got into lyricism, and I really started making more beats come probably the late 90s.
Okay.
And I started producing for local cats, and then we had a crew called Mad Crew. It started in '95, and a lot of us, we started as a graffiti crew, but a lot of us rapped and DJ'd and produced and stuff like that. So we just started rocking shows, and doing house parties and stuff like that, and just kind of evolved. We had a sub crew of Mad Crew called Cypher Alliance, and that's kind of how we started. And I still rocking with the crew, but started doing solo stuff and moving on.
And what do you miss the most about this era, back in the days when you started?
I guess just the liberation of not having any expectations, having the constraints of thinking about marketability, and we just wanted to be dope,
Be the best MC and make great music.
Yeah, just dope lyrics and word plays and stuff like that. It wasn't really, we didn't really care. I mean, it would have been cool, to be put on, so to speak, but we wasn't really thinking about that. We was just wanting to kill the mics.
Could imagine like the situation that we hear right now, with hip hop being everywhere, like back in the days, nobody could really imagine like the impact that hip hop could have on society, not only in music, but society. You know what I'm saying? Like the way people walk, people dress, people talk.
Right.
It's crazy to see the influence. And you've been around the world, because we're in Paris right now, for those that don't know. And my man is traveling around. So, tell the people what you're doing, bro. The things you're doing, the shows, everything.
Yeah, I'm very, very blessed to be able to do, basically just live hip hop, from the music to I do a lot of community organizing work. So working with organizations. I run executive director of 206 Zulu. We're a non-profit that serves youth and families through hip hop. But so a lot of different avenues through music, production, stuff like that. I've been very fortunate to travel lots of the world and just connect with communities. Whether it be through hip hop education and doing programs for youth.
That's dope.
Or whether it be through shows and it's all of the above. So. Yeah.
So you're teaching the kids about hip hop culture and all the elements, I guess, right?
Yeah, about the elements and using it as a platform for self-improvement and life skills development, you know, just social justice, you know, like a lot of things that just you know, in my journey, it just takes time to develop. But you know, by showing young people that, you know, that they have no limitations, you know, when it comes to
possible.
using their creativity and their ingenuity and their talents, you know, to not just to improve, you know, their life and their circumstances, but maybe be able to plant seeds for better things in the
kids,
community.
I think they'll always remember. I think their whole life they'll remember what you're doing for them. I think, you know, because when you're young and you discover like cool things like that, hip hop culture. I don't think that's something that you forget like that. So what's the next step for you?
For me, I'm having a new album coming out. It's been about 5 years since my last project, called Return of a Mad, and yeah, getting ready, just finishing up. We did some dates in Dubai, and now here in France for a little bit. We'll be popping around a little bit, but going back to Seattle in February, and then gearing up for the release of the album.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different from the last. The last one was real. It's called Diaries of Mad. Real introspective and kind of personal. But this one's a little bit more of a range. Got some really cool folks on there.
Are you producing every beats too?
No, it's a collaboration with myself as an MC and Third Eye Bling. He's the one that produced the whole album. So it's real dope. He's local to Seattle, but he's definitely dope. You'll get a lot of good kind of vintage golden era sound from him. But
what do you think about that? You know, that golden era sound that came back suddenly. It's cool again to rap. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, history repeats. You know, it comes back, and so yeah. I mean, I think it's dope. You know, I mean, no diss to, you know. I love all different types of hip hop. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing, is that the diversity and the breadth of how you can incorporate, you know, your identity and your culture and where you're from and
it's like
your
jazz
sound
and rock, you know.
Right.
So many, you know, genres, different genres of rock, you know, and jazz. It's the same thing with hip hop.
It's all part of the family tree, right? Yeah, so I love it. I'm glad that it's really cool to see, you know, young people getting in there, you know, with
feeling the energy,
with the metaphors and the word plays, and you know, bringing that boom back.
Yep. And have you been listening to any hip hop outside the U.S., you know, to like French rap or UK rap, or whatever, or from South America, for example?
Yeah, I try to really get as much as I can. You know, so when COVID first started, we received a grant to put together a compilation called Pangea Hip Hop Heals, and so a lot of different artists that I've been in connection with over the years, we put together a compilation that talks about kind of the different experiences of COVID in different countries and stuff like that, and it's really cool. There's over 50 artists representing 17 countries.
2020 el mundo se renueva, la libertad se convirtió en condicional para toda la esfera. Quien tiene mucho todavía no se entera por necesidad, otros desarrollamos nuevas ideas. Mentalmente estoy pasando una odisea, extraño el ruido de la city y las mierdas que me cabrean.
And you know, it was really inspiring and just humbling to have something positive to focus on during a crazy time. You know, and
good
to
vibes with worldwide artists, man, that's dope.
A lot of different artists, you know, that are going through similar experiences in their respective countries and stuff like that. So, man, it's really cool. It's seeing like, you know, all the different sounds and influences.
I think every country has its own, you know, special sound.
Yeah.
You know, here in France we got, you know, rap français. We got rap français, French rap. They got their own style, you know that it's French rap. They get, you know, we can hear it. I guess it's the same way in South America or any countries, you know. And I like to ask all my interviews because of, you know, I like hip hop entrepreneurs, for example, like Nipsey Hussle, Tech Nine, those guys, Master P, you know. So who's your favorite hip hop entrepreneur? You know, the guys that come up with the great ideas in terms of business and marketing.
I mean, there's a lot of folks. I don't know. I mean, I respect anybody that's able to expand just from one outlet into looking at different avenues, and in order to really sustain yourself on a higher level, having multiple incomes and revenue streams is essential. Especially in the age where people don't buy music really.
Yep.
Everything's just streamed, so.
They do in a certain way. I think it's coming back though. The CDs and vinyls, they're becoming collector items.
Yeah, vinyl.
It's not being consumed the same way that it was back in the days. Kind of like a goodie or a collector item, more than something to listen to. You feel me?
Yeah. I'm definitely a fan of vinyl. I love the vinyl. I got pretty much most of my projects are on vinyl too, so I gotta have it on. Yeah, there's nothing like just opening it and feeling it and reading the liner notes and all that information.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what you think about the streaming companies and everything? What you think about that whole change, the whole industry behind it?
I mean, it is what it is. It's not. It's really kind of taking advantage of artists, and it's not lucrative in terms of sustaining yourself, but it's just kind of the age we're living in, and I guess it's good in the sense that it's more accessible. People can access your music more easily, whether it be YouTube or Spotify and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, in terms of now you have to look at other ways of trying to, if you're looking at making a living, whether it be through merchandise.
You can also choose the other way, like using Bandcamp, AudioMac, those type of platforms.
I give it up to Bandcamp. That's probably hands down one of the most.
They've been in the game with the same concept for years, and it's still working. I think it gives you more connection with the artists that you like. Because that's one thing that Spotify and everything don't really do. Like, you're not really able to connect with the artist directly. You know what I'm saying? On Bandcamp, you can get special stuff from the artist, that you cannot find anywhere else.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come back, to really, like, the line between the artist and the audience gotta be as thin as possible, because people like that. You have to feel close from the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You wanna get to really know the artist and get a feeling. I would implore people, people that really love the music, to. I mean, it's great to dig beneath the surface and learn about the artist, but there's artists that you really appreciate and love. Go to the next step and support them in other ways too.
Yeah, I know guys are doing that. We got a French artist named Davodka in France out there.
Le rêve de l'homme c'est de voler, tu comprends mieux pourquoi les cerveaux planent. La drogue c'est le paradis artificiel, des mecs qui se pètent trop le crâne, t'enchaînes un tas de carences. Je suis pas sûr que ça t'arrange quand les effets secondaires affichent 20 kilos de moins sur ta balance. Faudra fuir ton entourage qui t'entraîne à sombrer petit à petit. Y'a ceux qui t'encouragent et ceux qui te poussent à renoncer, qui t'attirent. Le diable a des ailes d'ange, suffit d'une fois et les nerfs flanchent. Tout peut repartir sur un faux pas et toutes les bercées par une dernière danse.
And he focused on selling his music only on his website and selling the physical copies, but with the autograph on it. And he made way more money with that than with the streaming platform.
Oh, I bet.
Because the fan base was strong and loyal, so people really love to have the CD and some words in the autograph. And that's one thing that they only can get on this website. If you go anywhere else, you cannot get the autograph. People like to feel close from the artist.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, definitely need more supporters like that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like creating the music and getting it out there, and the performance aspect, really connecting with people on a personal level. The last album, the Diaries of Mad, was a little bit different. It was a theater production, so we had actors and cast and dancers and video projections and it talked a lot about identity and. I'm half Japanese, so I had Japanese instrumentation and taiko drums and stuff like that. So it was kind of more of a theatrical experience. I just like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like
it's creative. That's
just doing
one way.
something a little bit different than just rapping on stage. You know, with the DJ.
So how are you liking it in France right now? I know you've been in Paris for a few days.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I've only been here for a couple days. Really just been exploring and seeing the sights. So much history, so much culture. It's really beautiful. You know, I'm a visual artist and I love all the attention to details and all the architecture and the sculptures and everything. That's
the right word. It's a lot of details, you know, in the architecture, you know. Even in the small sounds, sometimes you see, you know, really creative stuff. You're from back in the days.
I'm looking forward to getting down some music and just internalizing all this inspiration and
for sure.
doing some cool things. So
you should have brought a microphone in the hotel room, my man.
Well, I got the pads. Couple of artists and stuff we're talking about connecting with out here as well. So
okay, dope.
Yeah.
Are you making beats in here?
Haven't yet, but you know, we just got here. But yeah,
get that French inspiration on the beats.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Soaking that.
Might come back home with a beat tape or something like that.
You never know.
Do you have any word of advice for the young upcoming MCs? You know that's trying to be there like you and me. You know, focusing on music, their whole life, putting their dedication, everything.
Yeah, I just say just follow your passion, follow your heart, do your music, because do the kind of music that you want to do. You know, don't worry too much about the trends and all that stuff, because trends come and go. You know, just follow your own innovation, your own creativity, and above all else, educate yourself. You know, because without the knowledge is the fifth element of hip hop, and we need to have that knowledge to be able to learn about how to really take our craft into the next level. You know, so being educated on contract and language and law and just all the different dynamics of
know how to read a contract, every line.
You know, always got to improve our circumstances, and that's through education and learning, and especially as the industry evolves and with more technology and stuff like that. So yeah.
So what can we expect from you in 2022 and above?
Man, well, got the album Return of Mad dropping in February with Third Eye Bling. Other than that, 206 Zulu, we got our 18th anniversary coming up, and some other potential dates. We're looking at other little travels throughout the states, and of course, doing hip-hop advocacy and youth education. So definitely keeping that going. And
tell the people where they can go and reach you on social media, your website, everything.
Yeah, at KHAZM, KINGKHAZM, and the organization is called 206 Zulu, at 206 Zulu, and then the label is Mad Crew Productions, or MADK Productions. Okay. You can look it up on YouTube and stuff like that. A lot of videos. We were working with some other amazing artists. Some new projects and stuff like that. And kind of more behind the scenes. And
you working, my guy. I like that dedication, man.
Absolutely. It's a labor of love work.
Yep.
It's a beautiful struggle.
Yeah, exactly. It's a way of life, man.
Yeah.
Do you have any last words, bro, for the people that watched the interview until the end?
Oh man, just thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for having us. Mixtape Addict representing.
For your time, my bro.
And check it out. A lot of Seattle Northwest. Got some good stuff. Stay tuned and look forward to hearing all the good stuff coming out of the town. Here.
Seattle to France, Orléans to be exact. That's how we do it. Mixtape Addict and KHAZM.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for your time, my bro.
Thank you.
Peace, man. Peace.